All right. What's up, y'all? This is CS from DWP, and today we're going to be talking about Arcane Enhancements, aka Arcanes. Welcome to Warframe Wiki Wednesday. I do this every week, and I pick a topic that seems to be kind of a hot button issue, and we go on ahead and cover it straight from the wiki. Quick disclosure: this I have to read this little blurb from the wiki page. It says it's taking longer than I calculated. This page is actively being worked on and may not completely be correct. Please assist in making this page accurate. So, take all this with your the amount of the grains of however many grains of salt you'd like to take it with. But the general consensus of Arcanes is that they're very good, and you're going to benefit a lot from them. But being that Scarlet Spear is out, I do feel that there's a lot of people who don't really understand Arcanes in their entirety, and that's what this video is going to kind of cover. So first things first, let's get right into it. What's going on, man? So the mechanics of Arcanes. So first things first, let's talk about what they are. So Arcanes are special items that can be installed on certain equipment to grant them buffs that can be activated by achieving certain conditions within a mission. There are several major types of Arcanes that can be applied to their own dedicated set of items. Arcanes can be freely installed and will not be destroyed if they are unequipped or replaced by other Arcanes. Let me just kind of wrap up that whole portion. So what they mean is that if you put an Arcane on a Warframe and you want to take it off, you can do that. It won't get destroyed. If you want to replace the Arcane, it won't be destroyed. Also, they go on more than just, Arcanes. As you can see, we have categories, right? So there are various Arcanes that kind of go in different locations within the game. So you have some for your operator, you got some for your, your Zal, so on and so forth. So anyway, the mechanics. Arcanes are activated by accomplishing its trigger condition, which is like landing a critical hit, taking damage, so on and so forth, which will then have a percentage chance to activate the stated effect. If an Arcane's effect has a limited duration, then the duration can be renewed by triggering it again. These are things such as Arcane Strike. So you'll hear a lot of people talk about either Arcane Strike or Arcane Grace, or even Arcane Ultimatum, right? So for example, Arcane Strike, a 15% chance to, and this is just on hit. So a 15% chance for 60% attack speed to melee. This is literally 15% of your hits will trigger this Arcane. So 15% of the time you'll get a trigger for, you'll just have an additional 60% attack speed, which, and this is not one that doesn't refresh. As you can see up here, it says duration can refresh. So if you're in the middle of these 18 seconds and you proc another one in 9 seconds, it'll just reset itself back to 18 seconds, okay? Let's go down. I kind of want to get down more to the meat and potatoes, but I do want to take my time at the same time to make sure I'm covering everything that needs to be covered. So application. A total of 2 Arcanes can be equipped on a Warframe and operator. When an Arcane Helmet is used, only a single Arcane can be equipped alongside. A maximum of 1 Arcane can be equipped on Zals and operator amps. However, so they can be installed through their respective upgrade screens for the item. Arcanes can be upgraded via the Arcane button at the bottom of the Foundry, which I am in right now, or while equipping one. If you want to know what they're talking about, you go to your Foundry and you press R3 if you're on PS3, and I'm sure there's a respective button on the system that you're playing on. Also, it's shown right here at the bottom. So Arcanes will be visible now. The Arcane will be sorry about that. Rank and insignia of an Arcane will be visible below its name, denoting how many upgrades it has undergone. Much like mods, Arcanes can be equipped across multiple items, though they have a unique progress bar of their own to the right of the Foundry selection. I'm gonna try to summarize what they're saying, because it was a lot in there. So this in essence is a R0, this in essence is a R3, this in essence is a R4, and these are R5s. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? The way that they upgrade, I kind of don't even need the wiki to explain this. So yeah, I might just skip the wiki. So the way that arcanes work as far as upgrading, let's jump into upgrading real quick. Let's say you have, let me sort by owned. 15, cool. So let's say you have a R0, right? When you click on it, and this is for any arcane, if you have enough to upgrade, or even if you don't have enough to upgrade, it's going to immediately show you the next rank the next rank. And it's also going to show you how many arcanes you have out of how many arcanes needed to hit that next rank. Now, if you want to know how many arcanes you need to hit a max rank, you can proceed to press R2, which is what you use to upgrade. I know the little thing is shown right here. It doesn't really explain it. R2, 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 R2. And now to tell you how many you have out of the complete total to upgrade. So going from a R0 to a R5 is going to take 21 arcanes. I have 2 arcanes, and at this point, that, you just, okay, I need 19 arcanes of this particular one in order to get to a max rank. Same thing applies if you have, like, let's say, let's go rank. The same thing applies if you don't have it. It's not always going to say 21, right? If we go to tempo, for example, I only need 6, right? And I have 1. That means I need 5. So if you ever need to find this information, this is where you find that. Now, the way it looks, I'm going to cover 2 subjects with this. I'm going to distill an arcane, or break down. They say break down now. It used to be called distilled. Don't worry about it. So to break down an arcane, you simply hit R3, right? When you break it down, it's going to basically take all the arcanes that have already been invested in that ranked arcane, and it's going to split them back into R0s, right? So, as you can see right here, doing so will return the 15 unranked arcane tempo that were used to rank it, and it's going to put that back into your inventory. So we're going to say yes, boom. Now we have 15 plus that 1 additional one, right? We have that busted down back into a bunch of rank zeros. We have 16 rank zeros. Now, when you go to rank it up, right? Now I can upgrade to a rank 3. I can also upgrade to a rank 4, but I can't rank up to a rank 5 because I only have 16 of them. But if I proceed to do that, this is what that looks like. Consume 14 unranked arcane tempos to upgrade the selected arcane to rank 4. It's the 14 additional ones on top of the 1, making it 15. That's what they mean. That's why you see 15 and 14. So we're taking 15 and we're going to take those and make an R4. Yes. It's going to do a little lines. Boom. Now we have a rank 4, right? So that's how you get that up to there. And then, of course, the information correspondent to its rank is going to be shown on this side. Okay. Now, it's a little bit different when you're dealing with the arcanes that don't go on your warframes. Let me kind of explain what I mean by that. So there are, I want to say, 5 different arcane types. So you have arcanes that are preceded with the word arcane. These are for warframes. If it says arcane something, it's for your warframe. If it says magus something, it's for your operator, right? And you can put 2 on your operator, which I'll show in a little bit. So you can put 2 on your warframe, you can put 2 on your operator, okay? If it says virtuous, is for your amp, okay? Your operator's amp, you can only put 1 on at a time, and these are always going to be R3. All the weapons are R3, by the way. You can have packs, which is kick guns, okay? These are your firearms. And then you can have exodia, which are your zaws, okay? Now, this is just incomplete. These are just incomplete, so don't worry about this category, okay? So now let me show you the interface of what these look like. So we covered what they are, what they do, how they are triggered. They're basically like mods. I look at them kind of like additional mods. We also covered how to break them down, and we covered how to upgrade them and where to find this information, right? Now let's show you where they actually get installed. So we're dealing with Inaros, right? And I want to put Arcane Strike on him. Right now he has Arcane Grace, which I'm leaving on him, but just for example's sake, we're going to pull up, we're going to hit triangle on this, and there's going to be 2 arcanes off to the side. Now, what I can do is I can simply click on an arcane, boop, and I can say, you know what, I want Arcane Phantasm, because reasons. So you click on it, it's going to show you what it is. You can figure out the information. Okay, do I want this? Sure. Maybe I want Tanker, because I'm fighting a Profit Taker, whatever. So I put this on, you click it again, and then boom, now it's there, right? And it's not going to destroy my other one, right? And you can put 2 of these on, and you can flip-flop them as you wish. Keep in mind that if I want to put tanker here, then I have to remove that tanker first. I can't click this and just put it in that spot. Selected arcane is already equipped on another arcane slot. So I would have to either remove the arcane first in order to put tanker up here. It's all preference. Like me, I kind of have an OCD situation, so I always have to have guardian at the top. It's weird, I know, but that's just, you know, preference, personal preference. So let me put Grace back on there. Let's see. So does Arcane Energize give energy to yourself? Yes. And as Arcane Pulse, but HP. Yes. And Just Cools, what's up, man? Shouted you out to 1,000 people. I hope helped you out. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It is all good in the hood, brother. So now, let's go ahead and pull up kit guns real quick, actually, so I don't mess up this build. Let's go ahead and pull up kit guns real quick. Shamona. There we go. Which is going to be the catch. You could do the catch moon, the gaze, the tomb finger, or the rattle guts. You can do literally they all the same thing. So I'm going to pull up the catch moon. And as you can see, it has an arcane slot right here. The one I use is Pax Charge, but you can put any of them, right? The only one I don't have is this one because whatever. But yeah, so as you can see now, we can't pick Magus, we can't pick Arcane, we can't pick Exodia, but Pax is available. And the Pax Charge, these are going to go on to the kit guns. Also, the same thing applies to your Zaws. So let's say I pulled up, you know, a Zaw, right? Let's say a Dokram, because the Dokram is the best. Personal opinion. Boom. So now we can choose Exodias. This is also where you'll find things like Exodia Contagion, which I didn't farm it. I probably should have. I don't really care, but you can put Exodia Contagion there. Epidemic, Brave, Force. This is where you'll find these are on Zaws. Side note, they cannot be equipped on anything but a Zaw, as I've gotten that question before. So if you want to put a Zaw on your Galatine, it won't work. If you want to put if you want to put an Exodia on your Galatine, it won't work. If you want to put an Exodia Arcane on your Cronin, it won't work. Same thing, Nami Skyla, Legion, Lacera, doesn't matter. It doesn't go on those. Now, let's go and find out where those Magus and Virtuous Arcanes go. Well, as you guys know, they go onto the Operator. So, where they're found under Equipment. You can do this, as long as you can access this menu, you can put it onto your Operator. Just a quick note, you cannot do this inside of Scarlet Spear Relay, so just to let you know. So is laser sight impossible? No. To get unless you trade? No. Hey Cypha, congrats on 120 subs. Keep it up, bro. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. 120, bro. We're around the corner from 150. Like, dude, like this is coming a little bit quicker than I thought. But as you can see right here, Operator Arcanes, we have 2 Magus Arcanes, and then as you can see right here under the category Amp, we have our Virtuous Arcane. So let me show you what it looks like when you don't have it on. If you don't have Arcanes on your Operator at all, this is probably what it's going to look like, right? It'll say install 1, install 2, and then install Arcane. It is the exact same way installing it on an Operator as you would on your Warframe. So you click on it, you choose your Magus Arcane. Once again, you can only choose Magus because these are specifically made for your Operator. You cannot use Arcane Strike or Arcane Grace on the Operator. And then I'm going to pick my second one because, you know, those are the ones I want. If you have Magus Repair, go for it. If you have Magus anything else, go for it. As far as the amps, same rule applies. Virtuous, boom, there you go. Just want to throw it out there real quick. If you don't know which Arcane to choose for your amp, I highly recommend Virtuous Strike. If you are not fighting Eidolons at all, I recommend Virtuous Trojan. Well, before the update, Virtuous Trojan, you can really do anyone that you want. Don't rank these up because nothing is resistant to void damage. This is only to get a proc and leave it at that. If you are really good at fighting Eidolons, Virtuous Shadow is the way to go. If you are really, really good at void dashing, that's probably where it stops. So anyway, I'm gonna put Virtuous Strike on because I'm not I'm not in a 1,000 club. So anyway, that's that. Boom. So as far as Arcanes, let's talk about how to get these Arcanes now. Now, we all know about Scarlet Spear, so I'll cover that in a moment. Literally 2 seconds. As we all know, I'm not going to go to these places. I'm just going to kind of tell you where they are. So if you want to get Magus and if you want to get Magus and Virtuous Arcanes, this is for your operator and the amp. You're going to go to Cetus and you're going to talk to the Quills. Okay, actually, probably a quicker way is to go right here. Cool. So you're going to talk to these guys if you want to get Magus Elevate, Virtuous Strike, things like that. They have their preset set of arcanes, and then also you're going to talk to Vox Solaris, not Solaris United, but Vox Solaris. This is a little duck. You're going to talk to her. Okay. In here, all right. In here is where you're going to find, you know, Magus Lockdown and things of that nature. Okay. Eidolons, yeah. So also now, if you want to get Arcanes, regular Arcanes, it's pretty straightforward. You can get them from hunting Eidolons. The reason why I haven't really done an Eidolon video like that is because there are 1,000,001 like Eidolon videos on YouTube. I think they actually have the highest video count is the subject of Eidolons in this game. It has like the highest video count, like next to builds. Even those are builds. It's weird. But you go to Plains Eidolon, you kill a bunch of Eidolons, particularly tricaps. Those drop a lot of them. If you don't want to do that, the next best thing, and actually the best thing right now, is to do Scarlet Spear. If you're doing Scarlet Spear, you can literally choose whatever arcane you want. Let me jump into the counts of the arcanes real quick. Just so you guys know, and I'm going to pretty much wrap it up right here. So if you're wondering what it takes for each arcane, this is basically the way it works. So we're going to grab Magus Elevate, and it's going to take you 3 arcanes to rank it up once. It's going to take you 6 to rank it up twice, 10 to rank it up 3 times, then 15, and then 21. I'm going to do that one more time just so you guys see, and just remember it real quick. 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. Boom. That is pretty much the gist of it. I guess I'll throw my little last 2 cents in. Best arcanes, the ones that I recommend the most. Arcane Guardian, Arcane Strike. I mean, you see I already had them equipped. Magus Elevate, Magus Lockdown. Magus Lockdown is the best arcane, even without the damage. Is the best arcane, period. Virtuous Strike is really good. Arcane Grace is really good. Arcane Ultimatum, Arcane Fury. A lot of them are really good. It's really just a matter of you experimenting with them. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Particularly with the arcanes, I have every single arcane R5 right now, except with the exception of like a couple of arcanes from arbitrations, which would be, there's only a couple arbitrations ones, and I don't have all the operator and amp ones, but as far as the ones that are Arcane Bodyguard is one I don't have, and Pistolier and Prime Charger. Those are the only ones I'm missing. Aside from that, every single arcane is R5, so if you have any questions about them, just ask, and then I'll be able to, you know, we can do like a simulacrum thing about it or whatever. But anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't think we really even needed a wiki on it. I think that pretty much covers everything. Aside from that, I hope, oh, last thing, Arcane Helmets. Now, I don't have one, but an Arcane Helmet, you'll see this a lot in Eidolon hunts, whether it be a Rhino or a Volt. To be honest with you, I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's really just an additional spot to put an Arcane in, but even you at the state of the game, you won't really need it. But in case you guys are wondering, there is a helmet for Volt. I want to say it's the Squall helmet. Let me see, let me pull up Volt real quick. There's 2 of them. Rhino has one and Volt has one. Volt. And they actually removed this from the game, but it's still floating around. So if you know someone who has one, then cool. It looks exactly like the Storm helmet, but it's not the Storm helmet. If you see someone wearing this helmet in an Eidolon hunt, that's probably the Arcane helmet, just to give you a heads up. Let me see if I can find it real quick, and then if I can't find it in a reasonable amount of time, I'll just end it here. But they're pretty antiquated. You don't really got to worry about them anymore. You can't find them, you can't get them, you can't buy them. You can trade them, but you can't. There's no reason to have them. Because, yeah, that was back when you only could really put like one arcane on. And yeah, so anyway, that's that. I just want to throw that out there just so you guys know that they do exist. So if somebody brings it up, you're like, oh, I know about that. But you don't really need them like that anymore. So, hey, may I join your clan? As long as you are a friendly person, you are more than happy. What is the chance to get Blaze in Nightmare? It's they pretty much have the same drop. All the Nightmare mods have pretty much the same drop chance as any mod you could get from vault runs, from corrupted mods from vault runs. Yeah, you could join. I'll send the rules out to you and whatnot. Really, in a nutshell, when it comes to the rules, there's just no begging. Really just no begging. That's really all it is. Just don't beg a bunch, and then just be cool. To keep the cringe talk to like a minimum. Like, don't be talking about like sex and all that. Like, keep all that to, you know what I mean? And then try to keep the cussing like to a minimum, stuff like that. So, I mean, as far as that's pretty much it. Just send me a message. That's my IGN. Just send me like a PM or whatever in game. And if you guys want to know how to do that real quick, you just hit /W space and then the name, and then you just space and then the message. So name and then space and then message. And then you do that, and then it'll pop up, and then we can talk about it and then all that good stuff. So just need to replicate. Yeah, you're cool. Yeah, if you just want to come in and just get stuff, you can just come in and get stuff. And I don't know if you have a clan, you can come in and get your stuff and then go to a different clan. Let me restart the stream and then we'll talk about it more, okay? But yeah, so anyway, you guys take it easy. This is CS from DWP. I hope you guys got something from this Warframe Wiki Wednesday, and I will holler at y'all on the next piece of content. All right, you guys. Peace. Love you guys. Peace. Woo!